What's going on, everyone? So Team USA played their first exhibition against Canada, and it was a little bit of a rocky start, right? Like they jumped out to, I believe, an 11-1 run. It was looking little bleak. You're like, wait a minute, this isn't what we were expecting. Come on. But of course, just the talent was too overwhelming, and they ended up righting the ship, even with kind of just sloppy play, heavy turnovers. Just certain guys couldn't find their shot, which makes sense. First game, that's why you do these exhibitions to kind of get into a rhythm, kind of get into a flow. I just think ultimately, Team USA, their depth is probably the biggest factor, and just like a guy has an off night, you replace him with somebody just as good, right? Like that's the beauty of this, and the real turning point in that game, however, was Anthony Edwards, who he might be the best player on Team USA. He was spectacular. It's one game, but he might end up making it to where you have to start him. But Anthony Davis got into that game, gave you a double-double, gave you 4 blocks, 2 steals, but it was just we talk about this all the time as Laker fans, the ground he covers defensively, the impact he has on the defense side of the basketball. And then you surround him with just the defensive talent that they have, guys like Drew Holiday, Bam, right? Like it's just good luck, right? Like Anthony Davis is literally playing the scout position, and just anything that comes in his way, he's just gobbling it up. No diddy, right? Like the guy was just phenomenal. And even LeBron James, like you saw LeBron and just the energy and just like the freshness in a lot of ways, playing with these guys, playing with Steph. You see Steph all giddy, jumping up and down, like talking about how just the excitement and joy playing alongside LeBron. I'm hoping, like, obviously there's the concerns of Anthony Davis and LeBron James playing for Team USA. How many minutes do they play? How much do they have to work to where, it's like you don't want that to affect and impact the regular season. But to be fair, pretty much every team in the league has their top guy or two on Team USA. So to me, I don't think it's that significant, and I don't think anybody's going to be playing, 30 minutes or anything like that for Team USA. I think it'll all be kind of diverse, all kind of shared. But what you saw the chemistry with LeBron James and Anthony Davis out there. They had a couple nice plays, a couple nice sequences. They play off of each other so well. And more than anything, like LeBron was basically the point guard out there. He's the guy that's running the break. He's the guy that, is grabbing boards and pushing the pace. He's the guy that's wheeling and dealing and setting guys up. And you just saw the dynamic still. And a couple things, right? To me, we'll start with the major obvious one. LeBron James and Anthony Davis still got it. LeBron James and Anthony Davis, if you put the right pieces around them, can still go get you a championship. And to me, it's like, I understand wanting development. I understand wanting to grow and build this system within this organization. But the thing that the Lakers have always had that attracts the stars, that attracts the names, is championships. And that the Lakers do whatever it takes to win championships. So stars in other places know, if I go to Lakers, they're going to do whatever they have to for us to win a championship, right? It's why LeBron, or one of the reasons why LeBron went to the Lakers, why Anthony Davis wanted to go to the Lakers, because it's like, man, the two of us can win championships here. Not just one, but championships. And you got one out the gate. And it's just been, just little miscues here and there, right? I do still to this day believe that the Lakers probably go back-to-back if it wasn't for Anthony Davis getting hurt. I mean, we're up 2-1 against the Phoenix Suns. Looks like we're about to go up 3-1. Looks like we're about to run through them, and then he gets hurt. LeBron is on one leg, and we just didn't have it at that point. Where I think if we would have gotten through Phoenix, I think we're in the conference final, we're in the finals, and then ultimately, we had to get through the second round, but we would have gotten to the finals, in my opinion. And I think we matched up far better to Milwaukee than what the Phoenix Suns did. And I just think we had the pieces, players, tools, the size, the centers, Marc Gasol, Andre Drummond, Anthony Davis, right? Like, we had the pieces that I believe were necessary for us to go back-to-back, win a championship. And then that happens. Do we do the Russell Westbrook trade, right? You go back-to-back, you're going for a three-peat. You're not looking to make trades. So it's just how one little thing can just kind of change the landscape. You have an opportunity to right it. You have an opportunity to get back. The Lakers have the pieces necessary, not to necessarily get this insane roster rehaul, but enough to go get that piece or two. I think ultimately they need like 2 pieces at least. Like give me like a Jeremy Grant and like a Cam Johnson or something like that, right? Like I don't think it needs to be necessarily a superstar. I'm not opposed to going and getting like a Zach LaVine, not saying that he's a superstar, but like, that higher tier talent that could really impact. I'm not opposed to something like that. But to me, it's like, I don't know how you watch Anthony Davis and LeBron James in this exhibition game and go, man, like maybe we shouldn't push our chips into the table. I think, yeah, and look, Rob Pelinka and JJ Redick were there. You saw them. They have video and all kinds of stuff of them just all handing out after. Like, I don't know how you saw that and the impact that Anthony Davis has and the capabilities that LeBron still has and go, we should worry about 5 years from now. No, worry about the now. You have 2 guys that if you put just the right combination of pieces around, you can win a chip. Anthony Davis slotted alongside another defensive guy, you're good, right? You go get a perimeter defender, right? Like, go get a Walker Kessler. Go get a Jeremy Grant. Whatever you got to pay, whatever you got to do it. One, Walker Kessler's young enough to where you could put yourself in a position for your center long-term alongside Anthony Davis. We saw what Anthony Davis was able to do with guys like Bam alongside him. Walker Kessler, yes, he has, don't get me wrong, he has his question marks, right? But he's 22 years old. He'll be 23. He has plenty of upside, plenty of growth. But defensively, the dude's a monster. Dude's over there just, again, gobbling everything up. No diddy, right? Like, the guy's just, you slot him alongside Anthony Davis and you let Anthony Davis go to work, right? I'm not saying you can't start AD at the 5 and LeBron at the 4, but to be able to inject those 2 bigs and have them just kind of complement each other. Go get a Jeremy Grant to patrol the perimeter and defend out on the perimeter, right? Like, these are the things that I believe just the right tweaks. All of a sudden, Lakers are there. Make a move. Go get Walker Kessler. Free up a little cap space so you can bring in a Gary Trent Jr. and a Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm telling you, get Spencer Dinwiddie, you get Gary Trent Jr., you get a Jeremy Grant or Cam Reddish. I'm fine with Cam Johnson. Right, I'm fine with the Cam Johnson. Right, you go get that guy, go get a Walker Kessler, and I think we're in position to win a championship. You still have Austin Reeves, right? If you go get Cam Johnson, you're probably still keeping Jared Vanderbilt. So you got Jared Vanderbilt, you got Max Christie, you got Gary Trent Jr., I think at that point you're probably 10 deep. You got plenty of versatility, right? Like, I think you're in good shape. I mean, your starting 5 could literally be Spencer Dinwiddie, Austin Reeves, Jeremy Grant, LeBron James, Anthony Davis. Or you could go with Walker Kessler in the starting unit, Anthony Davis, kind of have LeBron and Jeremy Grant. Like, you could slot LeBron as the point if you wanted to, just for position's sake, but still run, like a Jeremy Grant and Austin Reeves and kind of just run and flow through LeBron. I see, you watch these games and you watch what LeBron and AD were able to do. I mean, they stood out on a team full of superstars. Like, Anthony Davis, outside of Anthony Edwards, I think, was the best player in that game. Anthony Davis wasn't far off. And I think that there was a genuine argument Anthony Davis was better just because of his impact on the defense side. Canada couldn't do anything on anytime they tried to get to the rim, it was just like Anthony Davis is there. Defending out on the Anthony Davis, like, can we get this guy away from me? Right? Like he was like that shadow that's just everywhere you go. It's like, man, I need to get somewhere dark so they can get this guy off me. Like, it was unbelievable to just see what he was able to do. It was unbelievable to see him be able to just the impact all across the court. Right? Like, it was so fun to watch. Just the game instantly changed when Anthony Davis got into the game. Like, literally instantly. And then LeBron James out there wheeling and dealing. And just having that time. Get this in gear. Right? Again, I'm not saying they have to make a trade today or tomorrow or anything like that. There's a long time between now and training camp in October when the season begins, right? You have plenty of time. Plenty of time. Right? Like, to me, it's finding the right moves. Again, you got to remain patient. I'm fine with the Lakers and Rob remaining patient. Take your time. You don't need to rush. You don't need to, let things play out naturally. But you got to find those moves. You got to find that player or two, ideally two, on the trade market. F them picks. Right? Get that player or two. Bring in Gary Trent Jr. Bring in Spencer Dinwiddie. Let's go try to win a championship. Because I'm telling you, LeBron James and Anthony Davis still got it. They're spectacular. And again, on a team full of super duper stars of all the top talent in the league, Anthony Davis outperformed Joel Embiid. Anthony Davis performed everybody not named Anthony Edwards. And I think that you can make an argument just because of his impact on both sides of basketball. Again, on a team full of superstars, he gave you a double-double with 4 blocks and 2 steals as your center. On a team full of perimeter guys that are all elite. The dude was everything you could be. Absolutely A1. LeBron James was still spectacular. He looked like he could play another 20 years. The guy looked like he's as fresh as ever. And my hope is that that's the case in general, especially with his son. Hoping his son kind of gives him this new wind. But I think you got to get it done. You got to do whatever you got to do. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Do you think yes, do whatever you have to? After seeing that, got to get it done. Do you think no, stay away from it? No, just stay the course. Develop young talent. LeBron and AD's time is gone. I don't know how you watch that Team USA game and go, yeah, their time is... No. I don't know how you watch that Team USA game and come away with nothing other than, you can still win a championship. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are still LeBron James and Anthony Davis. LeBron James and Anthony Davis are still top 10 players in this league. And they displayed it. They displayed it. But how do you feel? Let me know down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.